Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so this is the last video for the month of July in our series that is called Color Combos. And so what we're doing this month is we are looking at the color wheel that is in the new catalog. I say new catalog. It's not really new anymore, but it's still the annual catalog. And the color wheel that's in there has information talking about different ways to look at color. And so this month we are looking at all the different ways on page 133. And this is the last one, and it's called Triadic. Triadic, if you read about it, says, craft with colors that are evenly spaced around the wheel. Go beyond the primary colors of red, yellow, and blue for something unexpected. And so today we are going to do that. We're going to make a card using some, I guess, unexpected colors. I look at all the colors that Stampin' Up! Has, and a lot of them are so gorgeous that when you put 3 of them, I usually try to do 3 colors. You can always add a neutral, but if you look at 3 colors together, sometimes it's hard because you're looking at colors you don't normally put together. And so that's where the color wheel comes in and makes it much easier for us. So let's get started today. I'm going to use some product, and then I'm going to show you an extra card that I made using these 3 colors also. So I'm going to be using the, these are, here, I'll show you in a second, as my cardstock base. These are those cards and envelopes. Okay, so I'm going to, they're called, hang on, I hope you can still get them. They were online exclusives, and here it is. They're called Brush Gold Cards and Envelopes. And so my idea with this is to cut this apart because that's how I get the most use out of them. You can just fold them in half and make a full card. But if you cut them in half, you actually get, more. You actually get, instead of 20, you get 40. So we're going to do that today. And, gold goes with everything. So we're going to use a cardstock base and attach this to the front of it. Okay, so let's get started today, and I will start with some color. Okay, so let's look at our, put the camera down so we can look at our color wheel. Okay, so this is the Triadic. And if you flip the color wheel over, which you can't do when it's, but you can use it. That's the page 132 of the catalog. You can use that color wheel. It just doesn't work quite as cool. Again, we will have a color wheel eventually for you guys, but right now we don't. Okay, so Triadic is these 3 together, and it makes it so easy, right? So I am going to look at, for example, I love Melon Mambo. So when I put this on Melon Mambo, it shows me the other colors that it suggests that go with that. So it's showing Boho Blue and also Lemon Lime Twist. And so those are the colors that I am going to put together to make a card today. And then I'm going to show you my other card that I use those 3 colors on also. Okay, so first I'm going to cut this down a little bit with my paper trimmer. So you need this, I'm going to make this 4 by 5 1/4. I'm just going to cut this down just a smidge. I'm going to cut that little spine off, okay? So 4 by 5 1/4. And okay, so there we go. Now I have what I'm going to use as my card front. All right, and then I'm going to use the Boho Blue as my cardstock base to attach that to. So I'm going to, this is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. I'm just going to fold this in half. And before I attach it, I'm going to do some different things with it. So I'm not going to attach it just yet. Okay, I am going to be using today these 3 colors, Boho Blue, Lemon Lime Twist, and Melon Mambo. So those are my 3 colors. I'm also going to be bringing in some black because I need to stamp some things in black also. Okay, so the 2 stamp sets I'm going to be using is Country Flowers. Okay, and then I'm also going to use throughout the year. I don't know if you have this stamp set. This stamp set is, ooh, so nice. This is a red rubber cling. And you know how I feel about red rubber. I love it. It makes such a nice stamped image. And so I'm going to be using Happiest of Birthdays. So I'm going to pull this off and add this to my block to get that ready. I'm also using this stamp, okay, which is the, I'm going to show you a little trick with this. This is the pail and then the flowers, okay. So first thing I'm going to do is stamp the pail in Memento Black. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this and then close that up. And then I'm just going to make this quick and easy for myself. I could use my blend markers, right, to color that, but this is such a cute technique. So you're just going to open your pad, slide it open, and you're going to kind of use this edge right here, okay, and you're going to lightly scrape it across, and it's called direct to paper. Slightly drag it across your image. Okay, so go lightly. Every one of these is going to look different. I'll show you some different ones that I did. Okay, so you can just color it that way. All right, I did a little heavy. So here's a couple more that I did. I did this one, kind of like that one. It's light. This one is shaded up here. I kind of let up on it and it kind of shaded it that way. So you can see the different ways that if you do this technique. So let's try it again, see if I like it. I like that, but it's pretty dark. So let's try this again. Do it one more time, see what I can get the second time. All right, so now I'm going to do it again. Just hold your paper, your cardstock with your fingers out of the way, obviously, unless you want blue fingernail polish. And then lightly, lightly. Ooh, I like that one better. Okay. So these are pretty juicy because these are the new in colors and the pads are pretty juicy. So if your pad is not as juicy, you're going to get a lighter image, which is cool. So now I'm just going to cut that out with my dies. So these have the dies that go with them. I'm just going to cut this out. I have my mini cut and emboss right here. Bring it up here. Put this in here. In my Pee-wee. I call it my Pee-wee. I love this little mini cut and emboss. Okay, cut this out. All right. Now you're going to see how cute that is. Doesn't it look like I painted that? I love that technique. All right. So on these big images like this is so easy. All right. So this side has it on there too, but we're not using that side. Okay. All right. So we have that done. Now I'm going to look at my card front, okay, and see where I want to place that. And I think, you know, like I'm good with kind of like right there. So I'm going to stamp a few flowers. And I'm going to use the stamp from Country Flowers. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this. Actually, I'm just going to stamp one. And I'm going to stamp this in Memento, even though I should probably use Stays On because I'm going to be using my water painter. But guess what? I'm a risk taker. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this. And I'm going to stamp it like right. I'm going to make it a little lower. Just a smidge lower because I want to put my stamp at the top. Okay, so what I did was I kind of stamped it onto that area right there. And now I'm just going to color this in. So I am going to use those three colors. And I'm going to use my Lemon Lime Twist first. Okay, so you want to, if you don't have a re-inker, you can just smush like this with your fingers. Push a little hard and you'll get ink on the lid. Okay, if you have a re-inker, just put a drop of re-inker on there, kind of like that big mess. I'm gonna get a little extra on there because my re-inkers are over there. Okay, and then we're gonna do the same thing with Boho Blue. Okay, so we have all three of our palettes right here. Move that black pad so I have room. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to use my water painter. And now I'm just going to start coloring a little bit. And I'm going to be a little careful, right? Because, like I said, this is Memento ink. So I don't want to, you know, go too crazy with the just coloring in and touching that black ink, because it could smear and smudge. And also it could, over this gold, could also smear and smudge, but I think we're going to be okay. Guess what? It's a hand stamp card. And I always say this, every hand stamp card is going to look just a little bit different. Your card's going to look different than mine. I'm going to color the center real dark. Okay, I love that. All right, now I am going to stamp, I'm going to ink up this one a little darker. And that's the cool thing about stamping, is that every card looks different. Your card looks different than my card, and that's the part I love. I don't want every one of my cards to look exactly the same. That's how you learn to do new techniques, by watching other people. And also by, okay, now to clean this, you just squeeze it a little bit till some water comes down. And you clean it off like that. Okay, now I'm going to use some boho blue. Let's see, that's too dark. Okay, I'm going to go real light on this one. And then I think I'll do light on these flowers. These are like tulips. Ooh, I love this. I love this image. I've used this image so often since I got it. It's part of that huge suite, the collection. I never got the birdhouse. I never got the birdhouse. I only got this one. And I can't say that I won't, but right now, I'm not feeling the need to get the birdhouse. Just loving this flower. And somebody just told me that I'm such a flower girl that as long as there's a flower on the card, I'm pretty happy. Now, there's flowers in the birdhouse set also, but just saying. Okay, I'm going to go a little darker here. So just like with your blend markers, the light and dark blend markers, you can do the same thing with watercolor, right? You can just make it lighter and darker, especially if you're using watercolor paper. Oh, that is really fun. Those are really fun. I'm going to come back and do a little dark right here at the center. Do a little shading. I don't know. I'm not an artist, guys. You probably figured that out a long time ago. You're like, yeah, Travis. Okay, squeeze again. Clean that off. Now I can go to my... And so these are refillable, right? You get 3 in a pack. You get 2 different tips, and then you get the brush, the big brush. And, oh, yeah, they are... see, it kind of touched that black, and it kind of smudged. But that's okay. You can fill these with, you just keep filling these with water, or you can fill them with alcohol and make them alcohol markers, right? So, okay, now I'm just going to color this too, because I want these. I'm going to lay this on top, so I want that little bit of green. Okay, I'm done. So you can see those 3 colors, how well they play together. Yeah, they play together so well. Okay, now my sentiment is happiest of birthdays. And I thought, oh yeah, this will be perfect on here. So I think I'm going to do this in, since I have, you know, I'm going to do it in boho blue. This is risky doing it this way because I'm all done with my card almost, and now I'm doing my sentiment. But if it doesn't work out, guess what? You can stamp it on a piece of white, fussy cut it, and add it. I mean, right? Don't stress out. It's a little bit crooked. But who cares? Okay, so close my pads. Okay, use my adhesive to add my pail. Line that up so it looks like those flowers are just like kind of hanging out. All right, and then add this to my card base. And yeah, voila. I love it. So simple, really, so simple. And guess what? Next month, I already chose my ideas for next month, and one of them is going to be 5-minute cards. And I have a timer, so I'm going to put the pressure on myself to make 5-minute cards. Good. But if I don't succeed, don't cut me off, okay? So there is my card. Now, just to make it even cuter, I did cut out some little alphabets. And these are the mini alphabet dies. Mini alphabet dies. So this is that awesome die set, right? And you can cut out all the letters at once, or you can do what I did, which is just cut out the few that you need. I just laid little pieces of cardstock on there. So what do you think? Should I add this to it? It's pretty darn cute if I do. Or I could even add it down here. I could add it across the bottom, but I'm really liking it, and I think I'm going to do it. I wanted to add these, and I was like, should I do it first or should I wait? And I'm glad I waited. So I'm just going to glue these real quick with my liquid glue. I could have used adhesive sheets. I should have, but you know, I'm kind of a rebel at times. Okay, so now use my take your pick tool to pick these up and add them to my card. L, I have to hold that down. Kind of, I hope I cut that whole O. And then I think I'm going to overlap the V a little bit. Oops. Might take a little for this to dry because guess what? It's on this gold cardstock. It almost looks like I didn't plan it, but I did. I have that V overlap. So now I'm just going to take my silicone sheet and I'm going to push on that to make it dry quick so I don't get it on my fingers. I'm happy to say, I should tell you this, my event this year, my Stamp Fest, second annual Stamp Fest is sold out. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for all the people who signed up. I opened it up to a few extra people this year because I had such a good response. So last year we had it off-site. It was, well, it's not at my house, but it was pretty far away. It was like an hour and a half away from me. And this year we're having it like 5 minutes from my house. So I thank you so much if you signed up to come to Stamp Fest. And it will be October 5th this year. And it's a fun time, I'm telling you. So thank you so much. And how do you think that card turned out? So cute. Okay, you want to see the other card I used those 3 colors on? And I love this card too. I made a baby card. And I don't know if you have this cutest onesie set, but it's in the annual catalog also. And it's a small set, right? Only has 12 stamps in it. Then it has a set of dies that are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dies. So it's reasonably priced because there's less. But what do you really need? You need a onesie, you need a pocket, you need a little, little buttons, you need a star, a heart, and some 6 cute sayings. So the stamp set is adorable. And here's the card. And I use those same 3 colors, boho blue, melon mambo, and lemon lime twist. So this card would be, I think, suitable for like if you went to a baby shower and the person didn't know the sex of the baby and you were like, hey, guess what? This could cover all the bases. Or if they were having triplets, you could use this card. Here's a little trick I should tell you. So these little hangers are the obviously dies in the set. And the easiest way to put the hangers in, there's a little slit there in the neck of the onesie, is to slide them in from the back so that you don't bend them. Like I bent this one, trying to slide it in from the front. But if you slide it in from the back and have the little hanger part come through, guess what? You don't bend your hanger. So I popped those up and made this cute card. So these cards are made with the Triadic colors of Boho Blue, Melon Mambo, and Lemon Lime Twist. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I will see you on Tuesday. We have one more video. We're going to do Try a Technique on Tuesday, and then the July series will be over, and we'll be starting the August series. And I'm telling you, one of them is going to be 5-minute cards. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.